Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Brew Wins podcast. My name is Stevie, and I am joined by the elite.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle.
See what I did there, Kyle?
I do.
You see? Okay, because what did we do? What did we do yesterday?
UCLA took down Minnesota 80 to 56 to advance to the Elite Eight for the second straight year.
That's right here, the first time in program history that UCLA has been to the Elite Eight 2 years in a row. And let's just say it right off the bat, Kyle, we expected this. This isn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you could tell in the way the girls reacted after the game yesterday. It was kind of just business as usual. There wasn't really a celebration aspect to it. It was kind of just one and done, move on.
Exactly. We have bigger goals. Not that, like you always say, much respect for Minnesota. We'll get into the game in a little bit, but like we're not excited about making two Elite Eights in a row. Um, we're here for a mission. We're on a mission. We're on a mission this year, Kyle. So should
Yeah,
we
I
get right?
mean, I think the emotion will come tomorrow, if we make it to the Final
Yeah,
Four. Cross our fingers, of course. But
cross our fingers. But should we get
um,
into the
do you
Minnesota
want
game a
to
little?
talk about any of the other Elite Eight matchups or Sweet 16 matchups first? Like, was there
Sure.
any that stood out to you at all, or a
I
little
would
bit
say
fun?
Notre Dame beating Vanderbilt was surprising to
Yeah,
me.
I mean, like I said on the episode the other day, I thought it could be a game. I didn't
Yeah.
necessarily think Notre Dame would win,
Yeah.
but they controlled that game from start to finish
Right,
mostly.
Hannah Hidalgo triple double with steals. Oof, that's
Yeah.
just so like God video game stuff from her. Other than
Really,
that,
really great game from her. Uh,
um,
and of course, the shot heard around the world.
what shot?
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
the Ashland Jackson. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Well, I thought we were gonna get into that, but ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. You didn't, but the LSU Tigers will not be having their revenge game against the UCLA Bruins after all.
No. Duke does get a chance at revenge. We beat them by 30 earlier this season in
Mm-hmm.
Vegas.
We did.
Um, we'll talk about that matchup a little later, but man, was that Duke LSU game really good start to finish.
Really good, really good. Duke did their best to blow that. They did their
I know, because
best.
they were really like, even though they were never up like huge, when they were up like seven most of the game, I felt pretty good for them. I was like, this is a real mismatch for LSU. Like, Duke is way better at rebounding, much better at getting good shots at that. Um, but yeah, and then at the end there, man, I didn't think that was going in, and I thought it was going to pop out, and then
No,
it just rolled around the rim and right down in.
and
Literal straight out of a movie.
and the interesting choice from Lawson to go for two threes when all you needed was a two was, but it worked
I
out.
know.
So,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I mean LSU, and let's say it again. That's the other team that was supposed to eliminate UCLA for all the naysayers. So Ole Miss went down. Uh, LSU. So now it's just Duke. But let's talk about this Minnesota game a little.
Let's
A
talk about
little.
the Minnesota game. UCLA wins 80 to 56, like we said there. What stands out to you
Um,
or stood out to you?
I think it was a total team effort. Like honestly, no one individual stands out to me. I think Kiki had a great game. She had 21.
You know which one
Uh,
individual does stand out to me?
who?
Christina Karamuzi, 100% from the
From
field.
three, from the floor. Yep, 100%. 3 points in 1 minute. Are you kidding me?
A star. Uh, the bench reaction when Chrissy hit that three
Oh,
was
so
everything.
good. So
There's
good.
pictures all over the players' Instagram stories of it,
Yeah.
and just the joy that all of them felt when that went through for her. Really, really nice stuff.
Yeah. I
Lena Bilic continues to be good in March. Started in the Iowa game, has had at least a three in every game in the tournament.
yeah. She
So that's warming up at the right time.
Sienna was good, 2 for 4, 2 for 4 from the floor, 8 rebounds. So she's getting a lot of offensive rebounds. So I
Mm-hmm.
love that effort from her. Uh Lauren was good. Lauren's defense is always 5 blocks this game. Good, like Lauren just doing Lauren things. Uh, the standout has to be Kiki. Kiki really had a good second half.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and didn't even have a bad first half. She was 3 for 7 in the first half,
Mhm.
which is a little below her 50% average, but, not too bad. 1 for 1 from three here, 7 for 12 from the field, so a little over 50%. 21 points, only one rebound in this game, so a little uncharacteristic there for her.
Yeah, not her best rebounding game, but that's okay.
Assist to turnover ratio 1 to 1. But three steals, so that make she caused three turnovers too. So
Yeah,
they
we
cancel out.
wait, Kyle. Look at that happened to a lot of other people too. Look, Jaquez 2 turnovers, 2 steals. Neekins 2 turnovers, 2 steals.
Charlize 2 steals, 1 turnover.
2 steals, 1 turnover, and 8 assists. Jeez, I think Charlize struggled with shooting today, but that's okay. Uh, uh, do we want to talk a little bit about what we're feeling about the 3 point shooting because it's not been great in the tournament so far?
Yeah, but Gino went on record and said it hadn't been great for any of the teams.
No, it's been bad for everybody.
And he thinks that maybe it's because of the new rims that the NCAA invests in for the tournament.
Yeah, they
They've never been
bring.
used before. They have no tension to them because, or too much. You know what I mean? Like
I know what you mean. Yeah, there's.
they're too loose or too tight.
Yeah, they're
I
like
don't know
too
which
perfect.
one. Yeah.
You know, but
So that's maybe something to watch here. But 4 for 16, we hit four threes. Not great,
al-
not awful.
almost all of them in the second half too.
I think they all were in the second half
Yeah, I think so too. Now Minnesota did
because
not
Lena's
struggle.
was the first one.
Yeah, Minnesota did not struggle making their threes. They were 6 for 12.
I know.
Um, I will say I'm impressed with this Minnesota team. They just refused to go away. They didn't beat themselves. They played a good game, in my opinion.
Yeah, like I said, they really did keep it pretty close for 3 quarters or so,
Hmm.
and then UCLA just did UCLA things.
We did. We know our advantage is always going to be on the interior with Lauren, and then the way that Angela is scoring in the post this year, we just keep abusing that. Which I think, because Corey said it in the press, she said, "What there's going to come games where the threes don't fall." And because we kind of saw this a couple years ago in the Sweet 16, Kyle,
Versus LSU.
when the threes didn't fall and we couldn't win.
Yeah.
Uh, and now we have ways to win if the threes aren't falling.
Well, let's talk about one of those ways to win.
Mhm.
Lauren Betts' dominance in this game.
Yeah, 7 for 9 from the floor.
But
Um,
it was the shots she was hitting were
hard, yeah, spins to the
hard for
rim,
her.
yeah, fadeaways.
Spins, fadeaways. She had some drives fully to the rim. She had to run the floor rim run,
Rim
and
running, yeah.
she spun into it, and it was nasty.
I'm so sorry. I don't understand how she's not the number 1 pick. I don't get it. Like at this point, the defense is there. The range is coming along. There's no weakness. Where's the weakness, Kyle?
I agree with you. She's not. She's not going to be the number one overall pick.
But
I think she should be. I agree, but she's not going to be.
yeah, and that's okay. We accept that. We have her on our team now, and all she can do, we're focused on the now, right? So,
Hmm.
and yeah, I think we were great. I think Gianna had a decent game, even though she didn't hit a bunch of shots. She had 5 assists, 3 rebounds, two
Her
steals.
defense in this game, though,
Yeah, she was
was
great defensively.
really good.
I thought overall we were very good defensively outside of the second quarter.
I would agree.
I was impressed with UCLA. Like it's the tournament. The other team wants it too. They're gonna go
Hmm.
on runs. It's about how you respond, and we've been responding every time.
Absolutely.
I'm excited for tomorrow. Like, and we're obviously recording this the day before the Final Four, but
We're recording this right after TCU beat Virginia.
Virginia, we have a full. We'll do our predictions and everything.
Yeah, we'll
So
get over to the bracket in a couple
that's
minutes here. I do want to. Angela in this game was really, really good.
yes, she started off missing layups, but then I don't. I think she missed 3 layups in a row and then didn't miss another shot.
I'm not sure off the top of my head. I haven't
Yeah, we have to
rewatched,
go back for that.
but I was really impressed with her in this game. She hit her 1,000 points in her career mark.
Yep.
Lauren also got her 1,000th career rebound.
Yep.
Really, really good stuff in this game, in my opinion. I also thought Amanda Muse came off the bench and gave some nice. She only played 2 minutes in this game, but her defense in those limited time that she saw, I think she had a little bit at the end of the first half, and then of course the end of the second half.
Yeah.
But
I think with Amanda, and I think this about Lena, not so much Sienna, because I think Sienna will be in every game. Amanda and Lena, both of them are coming off the bench and they're making positive impacts,
hmm
you know, um, which you just love to see. Lena with her offense, obviously, and then Amanda with her defense.
yeah, and like even though Amanda didn't do anything huge here, I mean she had one missed field goal. I thought it was going in too. It was close. Um, but one foul. I think it was at the end of the game. But there's nothing negative either. Like it's not subtracting from anything
Exactly.
on the floor either. And so
For the
that's
both
the
of them.
major thing there.
Because
Uh,
I don't know if she's going to play in the Elite Eight, but
I
she's,
really like what Chrissy has been able to do in her limited minutes this season, though. At the end of games, she's come in and hit some threes. That's encouraging going forward.
yeah, absolutely. Anything else on this game? Anything about
Mm,
Minnesota for individuals
I would just,
standpoint?
Mara Braun is a great shooter. She didn't have any threes in this game. I thought she did. She had 9 points, but they were all not on 3 pointers.
Yeah,
Grace Goholski hit her threes. Tori
she did.
McKinney. Tori McKinney's the one who didn't play the first time we played them, and she's very good. She made an obvious difference out there for them. I think we're just better than we were the first time we played Minnesota, and credit to them, they're also better. But
Yeah,
um,
we're just more talented. We just have more
yeah,
talent than
they
they do.
played Balance FC for them.
Yeah, and I mean, Battle really had a rough game. 3 for 16.
Yeah,
She was so good the first time we faced them.
Tonga didn't have any points in this game. We did a
Yeah.
much better job on
Well,
her.
Lauren's if when they got the ball in the post, oh, Lauren made them work
Yeah,
down there. It was a great defensive game from Lauren. Um, because I mean, 5 blocks doesn't lie, and just in the shots that she affects. Uh,
that's a good segue here because I think a team that has a great post presence is Duke. They were feeding Ariana Roberson in the post last night, Toby Fournier as well. Both of them were kind of getting mostly whatever they wanted in that game.
yeah, I mean, LSU. I do think LSU scared me more than Duke, but Duke matches up better with us in the post. It's kind of like a give and take, LSU matched up with us guard wise, like guards, they have the advantage on UCLA. I think you would agree with that too.
Yeah, but I wouldn't over like Ashlyn Jackson is one of the best perimeter defenders in the country. Um, as is Delaney Thomas is a very good defender and huge offensive piece for them as well.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
then I'm not sure who their other. Oh, Taina Mayer, who's been having some really great games as of late.
Yeah. But what Duke does have is they have interior presence with
This
Fournier and Roberson and Thomas.
this game, I venture to say, will be much more competitive than the first time we played.
I think so too. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by 30. I think that they're going to come out with defensive intensity that we haven't seen so far. And let me say, Minnesota has a similar defensive style of Duke. So it's not like it's nothing we've never seen before, but Duke is just better at it.
I think that playing Ohio State twice probably prepared us pretty well for this. We've also
Mhm.
already seen this Duke team this year, albeit without Lauren and without Sienna.
Yeah. So how does that change for Duke? They've never seen
Right.
Lauren. They've never had a game. They've game planned for Lauren, but never had to implement the game plan.
hmm
And all like neither bets. They've not
Right.
seen. So they've seen none of our main post players except for Angela.
Yeah. I think Toby and Angela match up really well.
Do you? I think Angela kind of clears that matchup
Toby,
in defensively for
I
Angela.
don't.
I think Angela could lock her up.
I think Toby is a great defender and an incredible offensive player.
I
I
don't think she's bad. I think she's a great offensive player. I think Angela is an elite defender, though.
Okay. I mean, I do think Angela's very good defensively. I just don't think it's going to lock Toby up.
Okay. Okay, we disagree there, and that's okay. Um, I just and also if they're gonna play Fournier at the five, which they've been doing to begin games, they do not start Roberson. They don't start her.
I
I
mean,
don't know
look
how
at
that's gonna come
Toby's
up.
numbers here.
Yeah.
Toby isn't a tall center by any
N-
means, and she plays the
No.
four for them mostly. I think she's like 6'2".
Yeah, she's 6'2".
Yeah, she averages 2.2 blocks per game.
But do you see her being able to do that against UCLA's posts and even our guards?
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, and
I
we'll
mean, what
see.
did she do the first time?
Oh
We
gosh.
can find out here. I've got it right
Um,
here. Let's
yeah.
see. Game log. UCLA. Where's the blocks? 2 blocks? Two
Two,
blocks.
2 blocks against UCLA. I
That's right
just
at her 2.2 number.
it is. I don't think she's bad, Kyle. Like I'm not trying to say that she's a bad player. I think she's a great player. I just think when okay when that one account that you know what I'm talking about tweets out the matchup advantages, the matchups, I think UCLA is going to win every position.
Yeah, I could see a world where they have Taina as a better point guard than Charlize.
Really?
Yeah, I really like Taina Mare, Stevie.
Yeah, but we had like it's Kiki, right? You know, like Kiki's
But
that.
Kiki's not. Kiki's playing the two. Where like I think she'll be ranked better than Ashlyn Jackson in 94 feet's prediction.
Mhm.
I think Gabs will be better than Delaney Thomas. I think Gianna will be better than Delaney Thomas. I think Toby will be better than Gabs, and then Lauren better than Ariana Roberson, obviously. But
Yeah.
I do think that it'll be an interesting matchup either way.
Also, Kyle, they don't start Roberson,
They did yesterday.
did they?
Yeah.
Maybe they will then. Are you sure?
hmm She just didn't do the tip.
Oh, okay, that makes sense
Toby
then.
is more athletic, so Toby does the tip, but Ariana did start.
She did start.
But
Okay.
Duke only plays 7.
Yeah, they have
And
a very
we also
shallow
only
bench.
really play like 7 or
Yes,
8.
but we have options.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I venture to say that this will be a good game.
Kyle, I'm looking at this box score. They did not start Ariana Roberson.
I swear she was in the game.
She was in the game for she played 23 minutes, but they did not start her.
She scored one of their first baskets, so there must have been a really early substitution.
Yeah. They started Fournier, Thomas, Jackson, Mayer, and Nelson.
Oh, okay.
They're not going to start that against UCLA. I
No,
don't
I
think.
think Roberson will start against UCLA.
You have to. You can like Lauren Betts on Toby Fran, Lauren Betts on Lauren Betts.
Let's
I don't think
respect
Toby.
our opponent.
I don't think I respect Toby. I don't think that she's physically built to guard Lauren
I
Betts.
mean, I don't think most teams have a player physically built to guard Lauren Betts.
It's true, but
Like, we've
I'm
seen it all year long. You know what I mean? Speaking of which, Lauren in the tournament is averaging 24.3 point games. That is 7 points higher than her season average.
all right. Should we? What do you want to do? Predictions for this game, or go right into the predictions for the other games and do us last?
We can head over and look at the bracket first. Sure.
Let's look at bracket.
So
So
we
tomorrow,
have an official Elite Eight. UConn
ew.
Notre Dame tomorrow and UCLA Duke tomorrow. And then on Monday, we'll have South Carolina TCU and Texas Michigan. Really impressed with Michigan this morning versus Louisville.
Yeah, they had a nightmare start, really nightmare start,
And
and
managed
then
it really well, came back and dominated.
they did the Big Ten. How many Big Tens do we have here in the elite? It's just those two.
Just those
Yep,
two.
just those two. So how many we got?
Well, both of them could make it to the Final Four, though.
We have two SECs, two Big Tens,
One Big
two
12 and one ACC. Two
two
ACC.
ACCs. Yep, and then
And then one Big 12,
one
one
Big 12,
nothing.
and one nothing, one nobody.
One nobody. Just a small little program called UConn that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah, it's all Power Fives and then UConn.
Yeah.
Power Fours, I guess now. But do we want to go right in order on call the Sunday games and then
Uh,
call the
why don't we
or
go
do we just
backwards?
yeah, let's go back because we can save ourselves for last. I agree with that.
All right, let's start with the 6 p.m. game on Monday. South Carolina TCU. South
I
Carolina by 20.
Yeah, TCU. I don't think they're. I don't think they're that good.
I don't think
Um,
they have the athleticism to keep up with South Carolina. And I also don't think they have the scoring options outside of Miles and Suarez.
Miles and Suarez. I agree. They're not
Um,
consistent enough.
they're gonna Joyce Edwards is a good defender. She's gonna be on Suarez, likely, is my opinion there. And then Raven Johnson on Olivia Miles.
Yeah. Um, I think South Carolina wins this one easily. I think they low key drew the easiest path to the Final Four.
Yeah,
Uh,
I would agree. I think we said that before too.
yeah, but
Looking at
then,
the Texas Michigan matchup, I
well,
think
this was your
Texas
pick.
wins.
Oh, you're switching your tune now.
But no, well, I picked Michigan in my bracket, but
Yeah.
that's not what I think is going to happen. You know what I
Oh, that's
mean?
yeah, yeah,
Like that's just me picking an upset for fun.
yeah.
But I do think Michigan has a chance in this matchup. Texas, although Texas as of late, wow, do they look
Oh, they're playing really good
really,
basketball. Yeah.
really good. Like I'm scared.
Yeah, I think they're. I mean, I will say Kentucky really played poorly in that game. Really played poorly. And obviously, Texas had something to do with it, but some of those decisions from Kentucky were not forced.
Yeah, but man, Texas has nearly hit the 80-point mark in three straight games now. They're actually that's the issue with Texas always, right? They haven't been able to
That's gonna
score enough
score.
points.
Yeah.
And that's not the case this year. They
No.
can produce offensively and lock you up defensively.
Yeah. They the Texas's biggest thing is playing a full 40 minutes of basketball because sometimes they'll let a quarter slip away.
Now, the
Um,
key to Michigan getting around this Texas team is going to be that the players that aren't named Silas Swords and Olivia Olson have to show up.
They have to show, yeah, and honestly, like let's add Sila and Olivia Olson. They have to hit shots. They
Yeah,
they don't always hit shots. Those two,
I usually you're going to get about a 50% game out of Olivia Olson, I'd say.
yeah, but
But
sometimes Sila,
Sila, it, she'll hit those big shots at the last minute, but the rest of the game it can be really inconsistent.
yeah, they need her to be. They need her to show up minute one, not
Yeah,
minute 39. Um,
but I definitely think Michigan has a chance here. It's
I,
not so far gone.
yeah,
It's just going to need to go a little bit of both ways, and it's also a pretty home crowd for Texas,
yeah, it's in Fort Worth. Obviously,
hmm
I think Michigan's guards are gonna have to be very like disruptive. They're gonna have to
which
take
they force a lot of turnovers a game.
exactly.
Actually, the Michigan
Yeah,
guards are very good.
yeah,
Texas also does really well on that end, though.
they do. It's two of
Um,
the best turnover teams in the country.
and I think Texas is a lot more athletic than Michigan.
Yeah, yeah. I think Texas has the experience. Michigan has like the youthful energy. You
hmm
know, that's kind of what it comes down to. What's
And
going to win out?
Michigan has been in so many of these high stakes games this year, right?
Well, this is the one they haven't played. This
This
is
is
the
the one they haven't
one seed.
played. They
Yeah.
didn't play South Carolina this year, but even last year,
After they
when
played
they
them,
were
yeah,
freshmen versus South
yeah,
Carolina in game one, and they took South Carolina to the wire and only lost by 5 or 6, I think.
yep. Like
That's when you knew that this Michigan group was special and were
was
going to
yeah.
be something fun to root for the coming years.
I like the dominant programs the last 2 years. Michigan has played and challenged all of them
Yeah.
except for this Texas team.
And so is this the one they can finally get over the hump?
I will be sat. That's for sure.
I will be sat.
All right, should we get to the Sunday games?
Well, I'll probably be sad. I do have to work.
I
But
have to work too.
but I'll watch. Let's start with UConn Notre Dame tomorrow morning.
All right. Yeah, I
UConn
think
by what did they win by earlier this year?
right. Uh, Notre Dame's a better team than they were. Notre Dame's a better team now than they were then, but it's going to be easy for UConn. Do you disagree?
Yeah, I don't really think there's many paths to Notre Dame winning this game.
Yeah,
I do think there's a world where it could kind of maybe happen, but it's not a likely world.
yeah. Hannah Hidalgo would have to come out and have like 20 steals,
Yeah, probably.
for it to be a competitive game.
Okay, it was a
Uh,
40-point game the first time.
so maybe like 25 this time. Like,
Yeah, probably like 2020. What's the spread?
do they
Connecticut
have?
27 and a half.
Yeah, I think that'll. I think that'll be. about that. Uh,
I will say
this,
North Carolina did a really good job on UConn for the first half of that game.
if North Carolina's making shots,
Yeah, they
ooh,
literally couldn't hit a shot to save their life yesterday.
it was so bad.
And if they had been able to, this game could have been a lot closer and maybe could have even gone the other way.
Yeah. Um, yeah, UConn looked very vulnerable in this game.
Yeah, but then you look at the other regionals and no one shot well either, just like Gino said.
No,
And
it's true.
it's so we'll see. When two of those teams who won but aren't shooting well are up against each other, that's a different story.
I mean, that's what's happening in this Notre Dame Utah UConn game.
Yeah,
Uh,
you Notre Dame couldn't hit a three to save their life
no,
yesterday.
they were
And
one
they
for
still beat
17.
Vanderbilt.
They did
Handily too. I mean not handily, 67-64. It was close, but
close.
I,
Yeah,
I think it was further out than that for a while.
it was. Notre Dame had a pretty big, like a 10. They was hovering between like 7 and 10 points for a
Yeah.
while. Uh,
Jumping to the other side of the bracket, just to look at our matchup tomorrow morning. We're favored by 11 and a
UCLA.
half. That's about where I'd put where I expect to win by. I'm not going to say I want to. I'm not going to say that we will win by more than 10.
Yeah, I think we're gonna. I think that'll be the spread. I have great faith that UCLA is gonna come out and play a good game. We're not gonna overlook this Duke. It plays. I think it plays to our advantage that we've already faced Duke, and we didn't face them with our best lineup, and we faced them when they were clearly a worse team.
And we played an elite game that game.
Yes.
We only had 6 players to play. They all played really well, and Charlize and Gab specifically really benefited from Duke's overcommitment to like Gianna and some other things and got some really nice open looks from three as a result. And so you'd look for that to happen again here. Obviously, with Lauren added in the paint, that adds a different wrinkle to this game. They're probably going to have to double her. We'll likely get some more open looks for those shooters on the outside.
Yeah. So I don't know what their game plan's gonna be. Obviously, they're gonna have to implement whatever game plan they had for Lauren last time, this time, but then they're gonna have to recognize that our guards really had their way with them last time. So I don't know. You mentioned that they have good perimeter defense. They do. They did well against that with that against LSU, but they still gave up 85 points, Kyle. And you can't give up 85 points against UCLA and win. You
No,
know.
I agree. We play much better defense than LSU plays.
Hmm.
Um, we score the ball really well. We score incredibly easily in the half court.
Yes, because of our mismatches
Yeah.
normally. Uh,
So I don't think there's many paths to Duke winning this game. I mean, I was looking at the matchup here. If you go, you can look at it on the schedule here. If you click on Duke UCLA for tomorrow, where is it right here? 12 p.m. We're 82.9% chance to win this game.
yes.
I'd say that's probably about correct. There is a path to Duke winning this game. Very obviously, they're a very good team. They have similar amounts of depth to us, so both teams can get in the same amount of foul trouble, and it doesn't affect the other team really.
Do you believe that?
Well, I'm saying like if both teams lose a player, like it's still even amounts of people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But
It's not like South Carolina where they're like 10 deep, or
yeah. If
Texas where they can play 12 and
Let me give you a hypothetical. If Fournier gets into foul trouble, um, they have no one to go to. They're there's there's nothing for them. If Lauren gets into foul trouble, we still have Sienna.
yeah, I mean I agree. But I don't think there's many paths to Duke winning this game,
Yeah,
but there are some.
I agree. I agree. All right. Now, anything else about this game? Because we can move
I don't
on.
think so.
I don't think so either. Okay.
It'll be a fun matchup. I'm excited for we're really getting down to the end here.
Yeah.
Maximum 3 games left. Hopefully we've got three. We at least have one, so
Yeah.
that's something to be excited for.
It is.
Um, Do you? Are we picking straight chalk to the final four? Or
I think we are. I think Kyle, the question I'm going to ask you, because I think we're both all going to pick this. We're both going to pick the same teams, all the one seeds. Um, Today is March 28th, Kyle. Who is your national champion? You have to answer.
oh,
I'll answer too.
I don't know. Okay, right now,
Hmm.
just based on the first
On
couple of rounds of the tournament,
Yep, how they're playing right now.
Texas.
Texas Longhorns are Kyle's national champion.
I'm sorry.
I am going to say the UCLA Bruins are my national champion.
I want to say UCLA, but I feel like the universe works against me, and so.
Well, the
But I
universe
also
works
think Texas is
overtime.
playing some really impressive basketball
They
right now.
are. They are. I just think we got a bone to pick with them. So,
Now let's say South Carolina beats UConn next Friday. If we were to
mhm.
get that matchup, we'll have a Final Four episode out midweek.
Oh, for sure, yeah,
Once we have these lineups set, probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
yeah. Even if UCLA
Um,
would make it,
yeah, absolutely. And if South Carolina were to beat UConn, I feel pretty confident saying that our Final Four matchup, if it were to be UCLA Texas,
is
is basically the national championship game like last year UCLA UConn should have been.
yeah. I think South Carolina can beat Texas. I don't think South Carolina can beat UCLA.
I don't think they can't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like
Mhm.
there are paths to like I'd give them a much better chance of beating us than Duke.
Yes, for sure.
I'd probably yeah, I mean I'd give them a better chance of beating us than I would have given LSU to beat us too. But like I think a South Carolina UCLA game is closer to a 50-50 than a 75-25.
Yeah, I would give it like 60-40
Yeah,
UCLA
sure.
South Carolina. And then if we're getting into Texas UCLA, I'd give that. Oh, I'd give that one 50-50 down the middle. I
I
think
know it's hard to. Texas is playing really well right now.
really well. I do think that they're taking advantage of the other team's mistakes that UCLA will not make. You know what I mean?
Well, can you say that when they're mistakes we made the first time though?
Yes, but we're a different team than
I
than
agree.
them.
We are a different team. That is something for sure to watch. Hopefully, we've learned from our mistakes, grown, done the work to not have that happen again. Because if we get out to a 20-point deficit versus Texas in the Final Four,
Again,
it's not happening.
yeah, we're not going to win. So and we did get out to a better start against Minnesota this time. Um, I just think like I can't see this team. Corey will be more aggressive with timeouts. I think that will have if that is like trending that way in the Final Four or even in this Duke game. Corey will be more aggressive with timeouts. We've been allowed to play through it thus far. Like Corey has not called timeouts.
Sure.
Um, I feel good, Kyle. I feel very
I feel
confident.
good. I feel like we're going to win tomorrow.
Hmm.
Have a great celebration. The freshmen will make their first Final Four. We'll get some
Yes.
really nice content of everyone being happy, and and then we'll lock in and on to next week.
Yeah, but 8 teams left. Last thing I'll ask you is, Kyle, are you surprised that any of these 8 teams are here?
Yes.
I mean, Notre Dame.
Yeah. Notre Dame has had some really, really incredible rosters over the last couple of years. And needless to say, this one is not that.
This is not one of those years.
um, you can see it in their seeding. I mean, it's 6th seed, but Hannah Hidalgo wins games. And if Hannah Hidalgo's on your team, you're going to have a chance to win that game. The other one, I would say, Virginia to the Sweet 16 is not something most people had on their bingo cards. They didn't win
No,
today. They did give TCU a really great run for their money, though. I mean,
they did. They
Virginia
were
was
leading
up
at
at
half.
halftime,
Yeah.
and then they came back, cut it to 6 with like a minute and a half left, and then just couldn't get their arms around it. Went on to lose by 10. But really, really impressive showing from Virginia. That's a team that's not going to go away easily next year, I think.
Yeah, and then are there any teams that you are surprised are not in this Elite Eight? This is the last thing we'll do.
Ooh. Um.
I'll say one. I thought Oklahoma was an Elite Eight team. Not their matchup did not allow them to be it, but at the beginning of the year, I thought Oklahoma was making the Elite Eight.
Yeah. I mean, I'm mildly shocked that LSU didn't make it.
Yeah, and then Vanderbilt, you could throw them in there.
Vanderbilt for
Yeah,
sure, and then also Iowa. They didn't even make it to the Sweet 16, but
no,
Iowa, I thought for sure was going to the Elite Eight.
yeah. There's some surprises. I mean, I'm not surprised TCU's here. South Carolina, Texas, Michigan. We all expected UCLA, Duke. At the beginning of the year, we knew that they were going to be here. UConn. So really, the only shocker is that Notre Dame that we mentioned,
Yeah.
right?
All right.
Um,
Well, do you want to wrap up for the day?
yeah, I think this
All
has been
right.
fun.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the Bruins podcast. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your hate, your vitriol, your love and support in the comments, and Stevie will respond to all of
And
it.
respond to every single comment.
You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at, or X, whatever you want to call it, at Bruins Pod. And we live tweet games over there sometimes, gymnastics meets. We'll have a gymnastics preview out this week for regionals, probably. Or did we
Can
do
I
that?
one thing before we go?
Yeah.
This is about Taylor Tinsley. Taylor MF and Tinsley did her thing today. We love you, Tay Tins.
Yeah. And we'll have a. Barring what happens tomorrow, we'll do another softball episode this week.
Yeah,
Mini-sode, probably.
I had to give my shout out though.
We did a gymnastics preview already. Sorry, my brain's all over the place.
We did, yeah.
So we'll have a gymnastics episode for you after next weekend, barring whatever happens. Either way, obviously,
Mhm.
because we'll have some individuals at nationals, or we'll have the team there. Well, thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see ya in the next one.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.